Hello.
Hey, we changed our name. Let's just first start with that. Our name now is
Last stop.
Last Stop. It's catchy. I think we have no T. Our name was T.
Yeah. We do have no tea for you, okay? The name's gotta go.
The only tea we have is like tea related to us, and it's like, do you care?
I mean, we could be like a gossip thing, but I don't think that's as catchy, classy, or anywhere near as fun.
Yeah.
So, Last stop it is.
Last stop. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about hobbies. What are they? Do you have any? Does anybody have any? Or are you just doing it to be cool? Like, I feel like some people do things just to be like...
I tried it.
Yeah, like, I go hiking. What? In the winter? No, you don't. That's not a hobby.
Well, I kind of admire those people who decide to go running in winter. Because I know you can go in like sweatpants and you can go dressed a little warm, but the fact that you got out of bed early in the morning at 6 a.m. and it's a brick outside and you felt the need to run and work up a sweat, I respect you.
That's a different kind of human that like I aspire to be, but I know that I might never be.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Maybe one day in my life, before I die at some point. Not right now.
I feel like right now is the perfect opportunity for me to do... I have no children. I have no responsibility. Imagine doing all that shit when you have responsibility and kids and shit. If I'm not doing it now...
Then when?
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be that person.
You always could be, though. There's always room for it. You just have to make the time, you know?
What I don't like is that people have, like, timetables. Like, oh, I missed the cutoff. I missed the cutoff for being that. Or like, I missed the cutoff for like trying to be an actor. I'm too old now. Or I missed the cutoff for being a singer. I'm too old now. But it's like, as long as you're alive, like, it's still going. You got every opportunity.
You're right. That's actually like, I was watching something on YouTube the other day, and it was about a dancer who didn't start until he was like 20 or 21, and he's 23 now. So he only had 2 years of experience. And he was crazy good, like insane. And you would have thought that the way that he dances and with as much like momentum and movement and rhythm, he was just amazing. You would have thought he was doing it from when he was 5 years old. But he only had 2 years of experience. And he, for me at least, it was proof that you don't need to be super young to start these things. Like, oh, I played cello. I played since I was 5. Do you really need to start when you were 5?
Yeah, does that necessarily mean that you're better?
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it does. I don't think that should ever stop anybody from pursuing what they want.
I mean, it always does sound a little bit more impressive when it's like, I've been doing this for so long. You know, it's like, you should be good, but some people...
What if you're not? What if you're trash?
It doesn't mean that you're good. It doesn't equal, like, there's some people, like, even with job experience, like, you get paid more money the longer you've been doing something. But does that mean that you're any good? There's some people that have been doing shit for years and they suck. They've just been sucking.
Oh, I have a prime example, but I won't mention it because we're on camera.
Yeah, so it's just there's a lesson right there, guys. You don't need to like have been doing something for years and years for you to be good at it.
That doesn't mean anything.
I feel like I have those like kind of like, those things like, oh, I haven't learned guitar yet. I can't. I guess it's just not in the cards for me. But I could start learning that shit today.
You could. I've been taking French on and off for over 4 years, probably 5 years by now, and I'm still pretty trash at it. But you know what? I'm still gonna try.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that I want to learn, and I know eventually I can pick it up, but that's just one of those things where I have over 5 years learning this. Not, rigorously or anything, but still 5 years worth of knowledge, and I'm still pretty trash at it, but I'm gonna keep trying because it's what I want to learn. Something that, well, I don't know. Is it really something that I want to learn if I've been doing it 5 years and I'm still trash?
If it's like hasn't like disappeared out of your mind, like, yeah, I don't want this anymore, then it's something that you still want to learn. It doesn't matter like the pace, as long as you keep going.
You're right. Wait, what is that whole thing with the tortoise and the hare and the Loki trying to remember like little children's stories and everything, and how motivational they were.
I have a good like quote for that, but it's
not coming to you.
Lost on me.
I feel that. Been there.
Oh my god, you know, I hate that, like, you can have a conversation with people that you're not attracted to. Has this happened to you? But then when you, like, you can have, like, the wittiest things to say, the smartest things to say. You're so funny. You're so charming. There comes a hot person, and it's like,
You freeze in place?
Weather, huh? Check this weather out. Amazing. And then they just look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And it's like, why can't I be how I am around everybody else?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. And then, like, even when you get into those situations, it happens like that. You're really awkward. You can't figure out how to put your words together. And then after the fact, once they're gone, you replay it. And I'm like, damn it! I should have said that. That was my line. I could have said that.
I had such a good joke.
I had such a good joke. That was such a good opening.
That's me. Like, right before I go to bed, like, damn.
Yeah, but me too.
This.
I
could have said this.
So many things that go left unsaid.
Sometimes I'm like, yo, let me just pretend that, like, they're not even hot. You know what I mean?
Does that work for you?
It never did.
Oh, okay. I was just like, as long as it doesn't work for you, then I feel much better about myself.
It hasn't worked. Someday. I mean, it's just like persistence, I guess. You know what I mean?
How persistent is too persistent?
Yeah,
though?
you're right. Like, there's like a creepy level of like,
yeah,
stop.
Because I think that's where a lot of guys kind of don't know where to draw the line.
Yeah.
It's like being super persistent and insistent on what they want or like how they want things to play out with women.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, but chicks can do it too.
No, definitely. I'm not saying they can't, but I feel like it's more common among men.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least for me, but yeah. Boundaries.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know boundaries. I think it's just kind of like you can take cues from people and sort of like if I feel like I could tell when somebody's creeped out, you know. I'd be like, all right, you know, that's it. But a lot of people can't tell, so you know they'll keep going.
I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm so expressive in the first place. Like my facial expressions, I have no poker face whatsoever. Like you can tell how I'm feeling, just look at my face. And I feel like part of the reason why I'm so expressive is because of that. Because I don't want people to get the wrong impression or get the wrong kind of information. So I just convey it through my face. Because I don't ever really want to end up in a situation where I'm just like, hey, did you understand what I was saying was like a joke? Or like, we good? All right, good.
I saw this thing that said, now people, like, you know when a movie is finished and people start clapping at the end of it, if it was good, if it was trash, nobody claps. But I saw this thing that said now they want people to do jazz hands instead because clapping is like causes anxiety for certain people and this, and I'm just kind of like, at what point, like, I'm happy that like we're at this stage where everybody is really like conscious of how the other person feels, like, hey, I'm making a joke, is that okay? But then there's also like a line of like, I can't be like mechanical around you, like, I don't know, like this, I feel like it's getting out of hand and a little crazy, and like people are afraid to approach people because it's like, is this sexual harassment?
I literally just took an entire course on sexual harassment. That was mandatory, by the way. I didn't do shit.
Gotta clarify that.
Just gotta, clarify a little of that. But I feel like this is the year of everyone being like overly sensitive. I understand that there are certain things that offend and demean other people, but when it gets to the point where you literally have to watch almost everything that you say, I think that's kind of a problem. Sure, you may not agree with it. It may offend you to some degree, but I don't think it should offend you to the point where you have an entirely bad day because of it, or you feel the need that, oh God, my day is ruined because this was brought up, or like someone clapped in the theater. Like where do you draw the line? Like I was thinking about that constantly. Like we live in a very, I don't want to say sensitive society, but very concerned.
Yeah, but then it's like either all the way left or all the way right, where people are like, well, I can't just say you look sexy, but it's like, right from wrong. I feel like most people know what's okay and what's not okay, and then there's just now nobody's in the middle anymore.
There's no common sense is not common. I don't know how many times I've said that in my life, but it's the most true thing that I will ever say. Yeah. It's not a common thing. Only if you are not socially inept will you understand like the cues and everything and how other people work. You'll know how to read them better. You'll know where to draw lines and how far is too much. But if you haven't really had a lot of contact with other people, or you haven't had great conversational skills all your life, or don't even know how to handle some social situations, that's a whole other issue, because where do you draw the line? What's too much or too little for you? You know, there's not going to be an in-between for you. All you know is one or the other.
Right.
You only know two very far extremes on the spectrum.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like there's people who don't see anything wrong with like sexually harassing people. They don't know what it means.
Catcalling?
Yeah. I mean, when is catcalling okay though? Like, is it ever okay? Is it ever okay? It's usually never hot guys doing it though. Like, I feel like if it was like, it doesn't matter if they're hot or not.
But it's for me, it's like attention seeking. Not necessarily that you want to give attention, but you want to receive it. Like, oh, hey, baby, I think you're hot. You look good. But, you know, can you pay attention to me? Because I'm trying to get your attention. Me. You know, look at me. If you turn around, you look at me, you validate everything that I'm doing right now. It's like, sure, I may be ugly. I may be very hot, but, you know, most of the time ugly. But...
It's like, why?
But, you know, if you notice me and you take the time to look at me, then I win, you know? At the end of the day, it's not about you, it's about me.
Yeah, you're right.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's not about the other person making them feel, why don't you smile? Smile.
Oh! Don't get me started on that. I have a resting bitch face. I will tell you that right now. My lips curve down, alright? I will say that. If my face is blank and expressionless, I will look like I am mad. I can't help it. The number of times I've heard people say, you look so much better if you smiled. What's wrong? What happened? Who hurt you?
Oh, wow.
Why? Why is that a thing? And why is it that, oh, you know, you should smile more? Maybe you should keep your opinions to yourself, but, you know, we don't all say what we're thinking.
Maybe you should brush your motherfucking teeth.
Right.
See, I'm not telling you that. Stop telling me what to do, yeah.
There are lines to be drawn in any situation.
But, like, that's what I'm saying. Is there ever, like, an okay time to catcall? Like, or is that just in the no-no?
No, I feel like that's just shouldn't be done at all. Because it's very, like... It's not even cute in the sense of, like, oh, you know, you're giving me attention. It's literally like, hey, you're going to try to embarrass me in front of this crowd of people walking down the street. You're calling me specifically. You don't judge, or you don't call me with my name, first of all.
Yeah.
I'm a thing. You make me sound like an object.
Yeah, hey, red shirt.
Yeah, red shirt. Hey, cutie. Hey, sexy. Like, curly hair, whatever. Like, you are a thing. And you're yelling this in front of everyone. Everyone turns around like, oh, who's he talking to? What does he have to say? Oh, look at that. I'm a thing again. You sexy ass, you know, nice butt. Like, it's never, I don't think it's okay at all. It's never done in like a cute way or respectful way. Maybe there is a way to do it. I just haven't seen it yet.
You know, it's crazy, but like, even though like it makes me uncomfortable, like I'm like, oh God. I do remember thinking one time I was dressed up, you know, I was like, this is gonna get a lot of attention, and nobody said anything. I'm just like, hello.
I'm asking for it.
Excuse me, do you see this dress? You know, it's just like, hey, like, was I feeling myself a little too much?
I mean, you know, you do what you gotta do if you went out with that intention, you know.
No, I mean, no, nobody ever goes out, but like, I go out some days with my pajamas, haven't showered yet, and I would get catcalled, and I'd be like, dead ass? Dead ass.
This is what you catcall it?
This is it? This is like...
But, low-key, a lot of guys actually really like the I ain't even try look. Like, I'm not gonna do my hair, not gonna do no makeup, not gonna dress up. They just want to see you Raw.
Who? Who exactly? I have never.
Can't answer that. All right, I can't.
I feel like
that.
you could get to that stage after you've been with somebody for a while. It's like, oh well, I love them, so it doesn't matter. Like I've seen them at their best.
Right.
They can't be like that all the time.
But then they're those super genuine guys. They're like, oh, I want to see you without all the makeup on. I'll take her swimming on the first date kind of thing. Like, they're really into that because they want to see what you look like underneath it all.
How about you take your fitted off? How about that?
Yo, but there are some guys who look amazing with hats on. And then as soon as they take it off, it's a whole other story.
Yeah, it's like, put it back on.
The hat will make or break you, all right? Hats work miracles, all right?
Or the beards. It's like, yo, shave that beard. Let me see what you work with it.
I mean, I shaved it now, but, when I had it,
You look good.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, no, but beards are literally the makeup for men. Women have makeup, men have beards. It's that simple. Low key, my jaw is really tiny. But with a beard, it looks amazing, alright? But it works. It works. It does. It's really weird, but it does.
I don't even get how that, like, it's just like an extra floof. It's like an extra darkness. Like, I don't get how it works or why it works. But it does. Maybe it's just like, oh, look, I'm a man. I can grow here.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that has something to do with it. It does. Yeah. Well, at least for me, I know that. But like, at least in my case, my jaw is more like, I don't know what you call this, like tapered. Mm-hmm. So it'll gradually get smaller toward my chin. But when I have a beard, it'll give me enough. I don't know, like it'll add enough width or whatever to my jaw to kind of even out my face. So it does actually literally even out my face, if anything. Which is really weird for me to hear myself saying, but I was scrolling through my phone of old pictures when my beard was bushier, bigger, and I did notice it. It's true. Shit. Yeah, it literally worked a miracle.
How would I look with a beard, you think?
Let's not.
There was that Snapchat filter that made you like. Actually, I did not look at it.
Did you see that Snapchat filter where it was like a spider crawling across your face?
No, I haven't.
I hated it.
Been on Snapchat.
I mean, I haven't either. Someone else did it to me, but I was low key very creeped out. I screamed.
You know what I noticed? That like if a guy has like a Snapchat filter as like their profile picture, like how hard are you judging them?
I will swipe left. Every time. I hate it so much. It drives me crazy. And it like warps your features and they think they look so good. And oh look, with my blurry skin, you might as well be catfishing me at that point. Yeah, come on now.
It's like you're a catfish.
Literally though.
If you have a snap, if that's your first and only picture, or like all of the pictures are like filters, it's like, what are you?
Look, the number of people I could quote you right now that do that and that I know, it's a lot, alright? And some of them are a little too old to be doing that. Right?
But like, it's usually all guys. Too.
But that's the thing, though, and they'll like even on Tinder, when they're like when you're older and you want to put up the younger pictures, like, hey, this is me when I was like 20, really fit, and it's like, all right, but at that point you're literally catfishing. Like if you're gonna throw up a bunch of filtered photos, you're still literally catfishing, even if that was like 2 months ago. You're a catfish, bro. Like don't deny it. That's what you are.
Call Neve.
Call Neve. What's the other dude's name?
Max.
Why do you remember this?
Because I watch Catfish a
lot. Oh.
Plus, Neve is cute.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I don't know about Max, but like.
Yeah, no, not.
And he's like a
Silver Daddy?
He's not even that old. I don't get why he's
caring. He's not. But he said that's a whole natural thing that he has going on. I remember reading that because I was very curious. And I Googled that for like 30 minutes. But it's natural, apparently. He's always had it since like birth.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Right?
But did he get like.
Oh, no, sorry. He didn't like come out with a full set of gray.
Okay.
It just gradually turned more and more gray.
Like, is he an elf? Like, I'm about to say. Is he?
That'd be so cool. He could literally grow out his hair and just be. That's the trend, you know. Like everyone wants that color. Wow, that's very fashionable.
Yeah.
Mm.
How would you look with white hair? You think?
I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to rock it that well, but who knows? You know, it's the first time for everything. You know. But I feel like there's a lot of looks that I want to pull off. It's just a matter of when. Like, when is it an appropriate time?
There's never an appropriate time.
Yeah, there isn't. And to be honest, I keep feeling like at some point everything will just line up perfectly. Mm-hmm. And I'll just have it all figured out and be like, all right, now's the perfect time. Mercury retrograde, the stars are aligning, the eclipse is next week. Like, let's do it. I don't know if that's a thing, but you know.
Start glowing. I mean,
yeah, you know, the planets align.
Final form. I'm in my final form, baby.
Exactly. But, you know, I've gone through a lot of style changes in my life. I won't even lie. But how many of them have worked out? Not even one. But I'm glad I can say that I tried. Or sometimes I even take bits and pieces from other styles and put it all together. Yeah. Which probably doesn't look the best, but
as long as you're as long as you're comfortable in your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I try to keep myself happy.
Yeah. I go comfy chic. That's my thing.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
It's like if it could feel like pajamas, but like not look like pajamas. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. Sometimes I want to go. Fun. Yeah. Sometimes I want to go more chic, but I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what that's about. I feel like I'm the complete opposite. I try my hardest to be chic. I could really care less about my comfort as long as I look good. But then that's kind of my downfall, because then sometimes there's not always an occasion to be dressed like that. But it's always better to dress up because people treat you differently based on how you're dressed. I've seen that. Homeless people are like the number one example of that. Yeah, I feel it too. When I'm like more dressed up, I feel more, I don't know, like people will like say ma'am and shit to me, like, oh, sorry ma'am. I'm like, bitch. How old do you think I am? I'm not that fucking old. So take that back. Call me whatever you would have called me before. Whatever that may be. But I feel like it's also like a confidence thing too, because you have more confidence, or you're at least project more confidence, because you're like, oh, you know, you peasants can't even. Don't know about me, all right? Don't know, all right? Yeah. Like, I'm gonna look like this shit, but I'm gonna act like it too. Yeah. But, you know, I don't know how often that works out. No, because I feel like if I'm, like, in a crowded room or something and I have to ask someone for help, or, like, I think somebody is more trustworthy, I'd go off of who looks that way. And if somebody's in a suit, I'd be like, oh, I can trust this dude. You know what I mean? I don't know about all that, but I feel like it looked more at the eyes. At least for me. Like... No, seriously, there are kind eyes. There's a kind face. Oh, like, yeah, you're right. When you're walking down the street, you know, and someone's mean mugging you, like, you know what that looks like. If someone has a nice face. Look, I'm telling you right now, there could be 5 people on the same block walking down the street as me. 98% of the time, I'm probably going to get stopped because I look non-threatening. I literally have, like, curly hair. I'm short. I have glasses on. I'm probably not frowning, but I'm gonna get stopped most of the time because everyone else just looks like they don't care. And inevitably, I do end up being stopped, and I do actually end up caring, at least to a degree, which is my downfall. But I don't know, that's the way I look for people, at least when I need to talk to someone or like need to ask a question or something. I'm gonna look for the one who looks kind. I guess, yeah. That's a thing too. Maybe the person in the suit is more intimidating. Yes, absolutely. But like, me. Is that what we should aim to be? More intimidating? You know, like, isn't it annoying when people come up to you and go, hey, what's the directions? And you send them the wrong way? Because I do. Yeah, like, oh, you make a left on Broadway, and you should be there. You know, it's just about 5 or 6 blocks down that way. Yeah, no idea. Not sure, but, you know, somewhere. I don't know where I am. You're asking me? Right. That's actually happened to me before. Like, I can't remember. I think it was in Queens or something, or Manhattan. And someone stopped me and was like, hey, so where is this? But
bro, I don't live around here. I've actually done the opposite. I live around here. Someone stopped me, and I had no idea where they were talking about. So I was like, I'm just visiting, so I have no idea what you're talking about. So good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And they stopped the next person. Thank God they actually pointed them in the right direction because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not down for that.
Yeah, but like, is it better to be like respected and feared kind of thing?
No.
I feel like in today's society, those are the people that do well, right?
I feel like it's more of like a CEO mindset. Is that
what?
a CEO mindset?
Yeah.
So if you're the CEO, absolutely, project the fear and the intimidation. You want your employees to parentheses, respect you. Air quotes.
I hate that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You want them to do something like that, But generally speaking, people prefer you if you're kind.
But don't the kind people get taken advantage of?
Absolutely.
Because if my boss is too, like, if they dress like they don't give a shit, if they, like, look kind of like a hippie, I guess, I'd be like, yeah, I could get away with some shit here.
The reality is you probably could. But it also depends on the culture. Like, if the tech culture, they're very casual. It's very extremely casual. You don't have to dress up in a suit and everything. You can pretty much dress pretty casually. They don't care. But it depends on your environment and the culture that you're in. Like, in an office setting, I want to see you try to walk in with jeans and sneakers. You're going to immediately be told to get out because it looks weird.
But I'm here, you know what I mean? Like,
I know, and I get that. I feel that. But to some degree, your wardrobe does play a part in how people treat you.
How we jump to wardrobe, language in the wardrobe. Wow. Say wardrobe for me.
Wardrobe?
Wardrobe.
Yes.
Amen. Hallelujah.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
That was a good movie.
It was. Actually, I grew up with the books.
Yeah.
So I was.
I read the books first.
No, not even like that. But I read the books first. But I don't know, like all the popular stuff, because I was always very into like the fantasy, like sci-fi sorts of books.
Same.
So all the stuff that I loved was getting turned into movies anyway. So it just worked out for me. I was like, I read the books, bitch.
Were the books better?
I don't remember. I was very young. So I can't speak on that. But I did really enjoy the movies. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were both pretty on par with each other.
Right.
Like, I could understand why people were saying that the books for Harry Potter were better than the movies, at least initially. Yeah. They were, honestly. Mm-hmm. I sat down and read the Goblet of Fire.
That was like my favorite one. Favorite movie, too.
Yeah. Like,
is it because there was a ball happening? Or, like, all the drama? I
feel like there was just so much drama. Like, there was the whole, the tournament and everything like that. The drama with the ball. There was so much going on. I loved it. It was great. And then the ending was just, it caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting anyone to even, spoilers ahead, die. Like, if you haven't seen Harry Potter by now, you're missing out. And God knows, God bless your soul, because I don't know how you lasted this long without it.
Exactly. Yo, fucking Cedric. That's Robert Pattinson when he first popped on the screen.
When he wasn't playing a gay vampire?
Yo, I saw him in... Did you watch The King?
No. What is that?
With Timothy Shama.
Shamalama Ding Dong? I'm gonna call him Shamalama Ding Dong forever.
I feel like I could learn... Nigga, aren't you learning French?
Hey. Was, alright? I'm a wannabe.
Timothy Chalamet. If that's a thing. You sexy bitch. Call me. Like, oh shit, no.
Or don't.
He's going out with like Johnny Depp's daughter, whatever. How can I compete with that?
Maybe you could. You never know. You could be his cup of tea.
What's up? No, but like Robert Pattinson was in that, and he had like a French accent, and I don't know what the fuck that was about. You gotta see it. Like I kind of want to like play it for you, but like he's like, "Hello, is this Robert Pattinson?" I'm like, "Is this real? Is this real?" I could.
But wait, was it like the stereotypical, like very stereotypical, like?
I don't know, like. I don't know.
Oh, that sounded very
what
stereotypical.
That was. And I was like, "Is he the new Batman?" Really, Robert? I had so much faith in you. You can't do this. Why?
That was your first mistake. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but the amount of faith I have in his acting skills is not.
Okay,
not high.
Twilight was shit.
Yes,
we
it
all
was.
agree Twilight was shit. But the thing is, he hated Twilight too. It's not like
Yeah, I know.
It's not like he thought he did a good job. Like,
but you read the script. You took the part. It wasn't like you had no idea what you were getting into, you know?
I mean, he got paid.
I mean, yeah, I guess a job is a job.
I feel like that's what he was. That was his mindset. But like, I see.
But it's not like he's like a C-grade actor, you know? Like, people know his name.
Yeah.
He could have just turned it down and picked up something else. But maybe because of the popularity of the books, he saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
Or at least I would have. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm saying it because I have this insight now that nobody liked it, or very few liked it. Correction, but
I still watched all of them. I was team.
I
Jacob.
watched all. I watched all. No.
Who are you, team Jacob?
No.
Really? I don't know why. I'm like in my head because I read the books before the movie. Movies came out. Yeah, you know, I read.
Sometimes.
I don't read anymore. But except fan fiction. What's up?
Unexpected. I didn't even know that.
I haven't read a lot recently because I'm not really into any fandoms right now. But like every once in a while, whatever. Anyway, so
just had to clarify.
In the book, Jacob or whatever is supposed to be like this big, tall, Native American, long hair kind of thing, and they cast it.
But he was.
Taylor Lautner is not that tall. Do you see?
All right,
him?
but you know he had long hair.
But he did not look good. He
Ish.
didn't look good with that long hair. That wig was so bad.
Yeah, I know.
That was a bad wig.
But I mean, for me at least, like I went with Team Edward because I'm very vain. They had powers and Jacob didn't, so
he turned into a wolf, like a fully grown.
That doesn't
wolf.
count. It's like, well, for me, I realize I don't like powers involving anything physical. So like super strength or like flight or flight is different. Like super strength, super
fly.
speed.
They did fly, didn't they?
I don't
feel
remember.
Like
I don't.
this nigga flied.
No, I don't know. To be
He
honest
didn't
with you, but the vampires all had like powers. Like, oh, I have like a shield. Like I can like read your mind. Like,
oh yeah, that is kind of cool.
Those for me at least, those powers are so much cooler that I was like, okay, you know what? I don't even care about the wolves. Like, oh, okay, cool. You heal quickly. Whatever. Oh, you have claws. Well, I don't care. I can set things on fire with my mind. Like.
One of them had that.
No, they didn't. But that was,
okay,
but
that would have been cool.
Exactly. But that's kind of what I was getting at. Or look, I can inflict freaking pain on you, like from nowhere. But like I thought stuff like that was so much cooler because it's versatile.
Yeah, you're right. Versus like I'm a big ass wolf, like I really can't hide. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody is gonna shoot me. Right?
Okay, how?
I'm a wolf. Shoot that big ass wolf. What's it doing?
It was literally just like a big ass wolf. That was it.
Not conspicuous at all.
Yeah, imagine, oh my god, and you're being like hunted down by just like regular ass humans.
Yeah.
That'd be really sad.
I didn't think about that. The wolves really kind of.
They were lame. I'm sorry,
They
were.
They were kind of lame.
Like at least on. Have you ever seen the Vampire Diaries or the originals?
Yes.
Okay, at least on that show, they had a little more going for them. Like they were a little more impressive, at least.
Yeah.
Because they could like have like small transformations, like their teeth or like their claws or whatever. Like it was never like full on wolf.
Yeah.
Or even when they did, it was like they were like hybrids or something. So they had a little extra kick to them. They were cool too. I loved them. Like everybody on the Vampire Diaries, the originals were amazing. Like the set of like everybody, every faction or whatever in the originals was just, they were scary. The witches were scary. The vampires were scary.
I like the guy who plays Klaus.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember his name.
Joseph Morgan. What's up?
Impressive. Unexpected, but impressive.
I read fanfiction, okay? Like it comes.
Oh yeah, what kind of fanfiction is that? Feel free to clue me in here.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about that.
Not on camera.
Not on camera. Outside,
yeah, no. Well, the guy who plays Marcel, I don't remember his name.
Marcel.
Yes. Man crush of the year. I had the biggest Jesus Christ, and I was like,
what the hell happened to him? I haven't seen him in anything else.
I don't know, but he has this like this reverse aging thing going on.
Is he Blasian?
He is. Yeah. He is. Yeah. I was curious because I was like, he looks Blasian, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
He's Blasian. I can't remember what kind though, but yeah.
Very cute.
Yes.
Who else?
I feel like there's someone else I'm missing, but I can't quite remember. So I'm gonna leave it at Marcel, and that's it.
In Vampire Diaries, I think like the 6th season, this guy came on, Kai. He was like a bad.
Oh yes, absolutely.
He was like a witch / vampire thing. I don't know. I remember the actor's name. I remember all these actors' names. Like,
what's his name?
Chris Wood.
Why do you know this?
I followed him on Instagram.
Because he's a hot guy, huh?
Because he's fucking hot. What? Yeah, I loved him. Even he was a bad guy, but like I loved him.
But he also had like a great personality kind of thing. Not that like, you know, killing people and murdering them for fun is like a good personality, but he was very witty. He knew the right moments to like make a joke or whatever, or like he was charming in a really weird way.
Yeah, he was a good villain.
Yeah, like a good you are a good villain if people like you or if people hate you even.
Yeah.
You are doing a good job.
Yeah, like Joffrey.
Yes, that's exactly who I thought. I was like, everybody hated that kid, even outside of Game of Thrones.
I think
you
it's
did
his
great.
face. I think it's his face.
Honestly, yeah, he has a
To be
punchable
honest,
face.
yeah.
He has a punchable face. I won't lie.
He has an annoying face.
That's so terrible. And then that and I remember like he had gone back to I think Ireland or it's Ireland. I want to say Ireland. I'm pretty sure he's Irish, and everyone was like mad at him still. Like it was done with. He was dead. But everyone in real life was actually still so mad at him because he played such a great villain. And I was like, that is so impressive that people are still pissed off at you.
I think he's out of acting though. Like he's like,
he's done for now.
He crushed it. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing this no more.
That was kind of like Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. When he got into Harry Potter, he was like typecast, and he was trying so hard to get out of it. And have you ever seen or heard of Equus?
Equus, yeah,
right? Yeah, he did that specifically. Well, I don't know if it was specifically, but one of the reasons was to not be typecast as like this little nerdy boy who like grew up under the stairs. And it really, honestly, it helped him.
You think so?
Yeah. What? I mean, not Equus itself, but you know, him pursuing Equus like opened up more doors for him than if he would have just gone with the Harry Potter thing and touched nothing else and tried to get back into acting. It would not have went well for him.
Yeah.
But I think he did well in trying to break out of it right away because he wasted no time. Like as soon as the movies were done with, he immediately went back into it trying to break out of it. It was a good move on his part, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember like what. I knew he was in this movie with where he played like an undercover racist. He did a good job in that. I forgot what it was
Undercover
called.
Racist?
Like he in the KKK or some shit. Like he was a police or something, and he like.
Was he police or a journalist? No.
He was some, but like he wasn't really like a white supremacist, and he like joined in.
Oh wait, yeah, I've heard of that. I've been meaning to watch that. I don't remember the name, but yeah.
Good. It was pretty good.
Oh, I need to find out.
I also watched this movie called American History X. You ever seen that shit?
Who hasn't?
No, it came back on Netflix like recently, and I watched it. Yeah, and I watched it the other day again after like watching it before. And like Edward Norton,
he does a good job. Honestly,
I thought he was a good Hulk. I think he's a good actor in general.
Hulk?
He was Hulk for a little bit.
Oh, I didn't
like
know.
For one movie, and then like he fell out with Marvel or some shit, and then they put what's his face.
I don't even remember his name. That's so bad. And you know, at this point,
13 going on to 30 guy.
Yeah,
that's who I remember him as.
That's bad. When you can't remember the names and you're just like 13 going on 30. Yeah, I know that movie.
He's a cool. He seems like a likable guy.
He's likable. I like him. I actually hated his guts
Mark
at
Ruffalo,
first. There you go. I hated his guts at first.
I know names. You did?
I did. I don't know. Something about him I didn't like. He felt too nice, too nerdy. Like, how do you play the Hulk? But it was a good contrast to what the Hulk actually was. So in that vein, he did do a good job because they are two very different like Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing.
To me, the Hulk really doesn't have any personality. Like, to me, all the Marvel movies are kind of trash. I do like...
I want to argue with that.
I do like Thor Ragnarok, and I think that's because of the director that he's like from New Zealand or something, and he had like a part in the movie, like, you know, those rock dudes. They were like, I guess this is the new jet. That's how they talk and this and this.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm trying to remember like a specific scene.
No, but that guy Taika Waititi or whatever his name is, he was in this movie with this guy who was in this show on HBO called Flight of the Conchords, and it was like this weird, you know, like, they're not British, they're from New Zealand, but that kind of weird British humor.
Oh.
And like, that's how all of their movies are, and they're like friends, so like, they're in like the same vein, I think, of like weird movies. So that's how come that Thor movie I thought was so good.
I mean, I just liked it personally because it was a nice break from like, here's action, more action, more action. God, no, like, expand on the characters a bit more, like explore something else other than like, you know, the universe is imploding kind of thing. Like, even the first half of the movie was just so lighthearted and like, it's fun.
And freaking Jeff Goldblum was in there, and I love his weird ass.
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember everything.
He's like the Grandmaster, like the weirdo who like has all the money and shit.
Really?
Jeff Goldblum, he's in there, but he's like...
I feel like I don't pay enough attention because I didn't even know that... I'll be honest, I'll be real with you. I didn't know that Orlando Bloom was Legolas.
What?
Yep. I don't pay attention.
Where do you remember him from then?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That was also another big franchise he was in.
But I feel like I only really knew that though because everybody kept mentioning it. Nobody ever mentions Orlando Bloom Legolas. They just say Legolas and that's it. That's just kind of it. They're not like, oh, you know, Orlando Bloom, the guy who played Legolas. Like, I'm not gonna remember that.
I'm just a big Lord of the Rings fan.
I am not.
I have the ring on right now.
One ring to rule them all.
I know who the fuck I'm ruling, but
I don't know either, but she'll figure it out eventually.
I'll figure it out. Fuck. We like jumped around a little bit.
We did, but it was actually kind of nice. I like the fact that we didn't like stay concentrated on one single thing. It felt very, very nice. So alright, that's all we got this time. Join us next time.
Yeah, which will be soon.
Very soon. Wait for the next episode.
Tell us if you like the name. Give us some feedback. Leave some comments. What you want us to talk about next time.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.